Yo, we got Miss the former Miss. Is it safe to say former?
Former.
Oh yeah.
Dang,
Definitely
yo.
former.
Sheesh, how was that like passing on the crown? Like you officially passed the crown?
Officially, I think the pageant happened about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Wait, 2 weeks? A week and a half or two
A
ago.
week and a half, yeah.
It was kind of bittersweet, but kind of exciting for someone else to take on something really important. So it's bittersweet.
Let the people first of all know who you are, like as far as name and like everything.
Okay, not a lot of people know who I am.
People know who you are. This, it's just for like people who don't know. Yeah.
Well, my name is Jenning Chamukong,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I am the former Miss Cameroon USA 2016. So
Man, it's sad. I'm sad. Personally, that's just me.
Man, we've been trying to get on the pod for so long, you know what I mean? But since you're here, we decided to snatch you, and get a little information from you.
of course.
So yeah, how do you feel now that you're not Miss Cameroon anymore?
I feel, I don't want to say relieved because it was a lot of work. I mean, you have to, connect with a lot of people, do a lot of networking. So in that sense, it's really, I feel relieved, but I still feel like I have a really long road ahead of me. The project that I took on is not one that can be accomplished in a short amount of time. So it's just because I handed off the crown doesn't mean that what I'm doing is over. So it's still pretty busy, I would say.
Yeah.
So,
Tell us a little bit, like as far as like your projects, like where.
So my project was actually inspired by my grandmother. She went to the hospital in Cameroon, and she's diabetic, and they almost gave her glucose. So that would have pretty much killed her instantly. So, and that was because she had no medical records, there was no history or anything like that. So I figured we take a lot of things here for granted. You go to the doctor, they pull up all the medications you're taking and all that. So why not try to implement something similar in Cameroon? So that's what I'm trying to take on. And the first year of my reign was more of like just figuring out how the healthcare system works in Cameroon before even figuring out what kind of solution you can implement. So that's where I'm at right now.
So did you have a team?
So I had a small team, and I'm trying to build my team right now just with a lot people who have more experience than I do in the field and just healthcare and IT, merging those two together. So I think building a team is going to be vital to actually executing something small in Cameroon to see how that works. So right now I'm working on building the team and actually figuring out what site I want to start the project and all of that.
Yeah. You're also a little bit passionate about mental health as well, because when we put on the forum, the Stuck in the Middle podcast
I was
forum.
very sad I couldn't make it to that, by the way.
You were at a pageant, at this year's pageant.
Yeah, that was the same day as the Cameroon pageant.
Yeah. You have anything in the future with you as far as mental health is concerned?
Absolutely. I definitely think that we don't take mental health very seriously in our community, and a lot of people are struggling from, they have different struggles that we mask, like, oh, you're fine, or just go outside and walk it off, or even pray about it, right? So I think that's definitely something that we need to shed light on in our community, for sure.
So you're here at the STEAM Fair 2017, like, you're supporting Free Micah. Like, what do you see that's exciting so far?
Kids just passionate about technology and just making a difference with science, and it's exciting. I mean, that's the way the world is going, and a lot of things are going to be influenced by science and technology. That's just the route that we're taking. So it's very exciting to see kids here and just taking that on. It's nice to see. So.
So it's safe to say you got other than all the projects you're trying to work on, is kids part of your projects too in the near future?
Maybe down the line, I like to try to focus on one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Maybe down the line, try to focus. But right now, my main focus is just trying to get the solution in Cameroon. And then, of course, like you mentioned, just getting mental health awareness out there. Those are like my two main goals.
Is 1 year enough for a rain? Yeah. I figured. But it's like a springboard for like,
Of course. It definitely gives you a platform to start. Some people are able to execute, to do a lot of things in the year. It just depends on what you take on and how heavy it is. So you can do some things in a year, but some take a lot longer. So hopefully this doesn't take much longer, because I want to see something happen. We'll see.
So for all the young Cameroonian girls that are growing up that will want to be Miss Cameroon someday, what advice do you have for them?
I would definitely tell them to do it. It's a great platform. You get to meet a lot of people that can help you with your project and the things that you're passionate about. And it's not only even about the project itself. It helped me grow in ways that I never thought was possible. So it's shocking how much difference a year year can make, but I would definitely encourage anybody out there to do it.
What was that initial thought? Like, I want to be Miss Cameroon USA. Like, why did you get in it in the first place?
Well, so I'm not sure. I had a friend who was going to do Miss Cameroon. She actually started, her name was Marinette. So we had this group chat going, and I had a group of friends. We're like, oh, we're gonna support her. So it was kind of between me and her to do it that year. And we decided, we was like, okay, we know what, we're just gonna support her and have her do it. And then she passed away.
Oh man.
So I figured, okay, why not do it since we already talked about it, and that's pretty much how this happened. So, and I figured it would give me a good route to start what I want to do. So here I am.
Yeah. How important was the support you got?
I'm sorry.
How important was the support you got throughout your journey as Miss Cameroon?
Very important. I think you need people who are behind you, people who believe in you and believe in what you're doing. Of course, you're going to have people who don't. You're going to have people who just think it's impossible, but you have to be focused, and the people around you also have to be encouraging as well. So it's very important, the support system you have around you.
And also, I like to touch on, our parents, African, descent parents and stuff. Like, what advice would you have with parents, in terms of, encourage your kids to, take part in something as Miss Cameroon pageant?
I'm not gonna lie, my dad was a little hesitant about the whole thing. He was like, what is this? What's it about? But the reason why a lot of people are hesitant, because they just think it's like a beauty thing. You go wear a pretty gown and you walk on stage, but that's not what it's about. So if any parents are listening to this, watching this, please, if your daughter comes up to you and says, hey, I want to do this, encourage them. They're doing something that they care about. So it's very important that they have your support.
Yeah,
so.
It's not like people don't already know who you are, but where can people who want to get involved with like the project that you have coming up can find you?
So I'm actually working on creating a Facebook platform for this, but for the meantime, you can contact me on Facebook if you're interested or have some knowledge about the healthcare environment in Cameroon and you have an IT background. I need your help, so please contact me. But no, people can just contact me on Facebook for now until I have something going. So, but that will be soon.
And what's your Facebook handle?
Just my first name, last name, Jennings Chamkong.
Sadly, former Miss Cameroon, USA 16. Like I said, man, this one hurt me, but I guess they need to do this 2 years, so anyway.
You know what? I'll talk to the organization, see if we can pull that off.
Appreciate
now
you.
it's just 1 year.
Appreciate you speaking with us.
Of course. Hopefully I'll talk to you guys soon.
Yep, definitely.
All right, thank you.